Buen Camino and welcome to the Camino San Salvador.
We're in León, and today we start our walk on the Camino San Salvador, which goes from León to Oviedo through the mountain passes. We just finished walking through the mountains south on the Camino Vadiniense and Lebaniego, but we decided we're not done walking, so we are now going north again. The San Salvador route originates from the medieval pilgrims who would visit Oviedo to visit one of the relics that exist in the cathedral there. So there's an old saying that says, whoever goes to Santiago and does not go to the Savior honors the servant and forgets the Lord. So we are going to go on that path. Continue walking. Ultra pilgrims, let's go.
And welcome.
Oh, I'm Lainey.
And I'm Sean.
And this is Daisy's Bend. Got the credentials. They are extra special for the San Salvador, and we bought them at the Cathedral albergue in León. We are ready for the San Salvador. Woo-hoo.
Day 1 of the Camino de San Salvador starts in León. The first 1.3 kilometers shares the path with the Camino Frances before the trail splits in the Plaza de San Marcos. We walked with our friend Sarah for 11 days, but now it's time for us to separate and say a teary goodbye.
Heartbreaking. Bye. Have fun at college.
Make good choices. About 8.5 kilometers out, we had a quick coffee in Cathedral de la Legua. It's the only town with a bar en route. Great spot. Power. This trail is beautiful and lovely. Finally has a little bit of shade, but there are so many flies. They're all over me, but for some reason today they are really dive bombing Sean. They're like up his nose and stuff. But you know what? I've swallowed 2 flies the last year on Caminos. So now YouTube, you know I've eaten flies. It's not fun by accident. Ah, my face. Sometimes it's tough to be positive because, oh my gosh, today is hard. Was not expecting this on day 1 here. It's like all really, really loose gravel, and I'm just slipping everywhere. And of course, it's the last day of a heat wave, so it's really, really hot, and I've got tears of sweat. Today is not going well yet. Sometimes it's really hard to remember why we do this, why we're on the Camino. Like, you know, pilgrimage should be, well, can be hard. The definition of pilgrimage usually has some hardships and trials attached to it. But we know we're in the modern era, and but yet we choose to put ourselves through the ringer and test our wills. That's today. Oh my gosh, the vending machine at Aquarius.
It's hot. I couldn't get the coin to go in. It didn't work, and I was like, no. Thought it ate my money, and then it worked. Now I'm happier. And there's a little vestibule with a vending machine inside.
Inside the where?
The albergue.
Oh, so the albergue has
The albergue
here.
just has a little door that it's like a little patio. It's not open. Here, take it. I'm gonna drink the rest of this if you don't take it.
A fountain didn't work in this town. Mano del Peregrino. Sean in the park.
The best I felt all day.
Albergue and my bread.
It was 33 today for a while, but it was really hot starting at like 10 a.m. So we're pretty wiped out.
Didn't even stop for lunch, just kind of shoved some food in our mouths that we had. So we ate lunch when we got here, but we were so hungry we didn't really video it.
So today was kind of a quickie, just trying to get through it.
The albergue here is really nice, but it's small. It is definitely really small, and it's pretty full.
It's still only like
Yeah.
10 or 11 people.
Yeah.
It's just a small room.
Tomorrow's a big day. We're a little worried because the place...
I'm not worried. Tomorrow we're gonna get food and we're gonna be fine.
The only place for dinner is closed tomorrow, and we had to call them and ask, and so we have to bring all of our own food tomorrow, so...
Just the Camino, baby. All right, I'm gonna put my arm down.
Peach power.
Beach power.
At the beginning of the day, it's too powerful. You're gonna explode.
That's how fast I'm going.
about 9 a.m. We are on our way from La Robla to, well, wherever we're staying tonight. But
La Pola de Gordon.
we're going to La Pola de Gordon to resupply because it's the last place for groceries for, I
For
think,
100 years.
for like 2 days. So we are grabbing as much as we can there and getting coffee since everything in La Robla opens very late. So we have only had some instant coffee. Need some real coffee.
And everything where we're going tonight is closed for some reason. No dinner, no restaurants. So that'll be fun.
So we gotta bring a picnic lunch, picnic dinner. It's a picnic day and picnic lunch tomorrow. And bring our breakfast for tomorrow. This Covidan in town is super well stocked, and we got here on a Saturday at like 10:15, 10:20, and they just delivered fresh bread. Oh, it's still warm when we bought it. This big loaf on the side of my bag.
After Buisa, we leave the roads behind and climb into the mountains. It's steep, unforgiving, and beautiful.
Picnic. Ready for that, honey?
Woo! Yeah, it was definitely due time to stop. Except for a couple steep sections, that was really not bad at all.
Okay.
Bifurcación.
so good. Cow encounter number 2. I don't want to startle the mama. Hey, there's a donkey.
Oh, donkey!
Watch out. Watch out, Moomer. Get out of the way, Mom. Hey, guys. Oh, yeah. Can I get by, Mama? Can I get by, Mama?
I feel donkey.
Can I get by, Mama?
Hi, guys.
Thank you, Mama.
Almost a polo dura.
Good one.
Sean's got sandwich and ramen.
Excited about it.
I made charcuterie with my fancy cheese and cecina from León, and a salad with no oil because all I have is olive juice.
It's good though. Finally! Carried these things for 2 weeks, and it's just cold enough to wear them.
So we kind of got like kicked out of the albergue before even 8 a.m.
Which is normal.
Which is, yeah, well, I mean, not so much normal anymore, but the cleaner kind of came in at like 7:45. We're about to go up into the hills, and we would have preferred to wait like at least a half an hour more to give more time for the fog to burn off, because this route is one of the more dangerous routes on the Camino because there's a lot of steep drops and cliff faces that you cross. So we're just going to take it slow this morning and make sure we're following all the arrows and taking our time. Because right now we're heading up to the Cruz del Salvador El Corazón and the Picos de Calva y la Carbona, Sierra de Peñaleta.
Muy bien.
Peñalata. Sorry, I said that right. Peñalata. Day 3 on the Camino San Salvador, and we are going about 21 kilometers to Llanos de Someron. I'm staying in a private albergue tonight.
Woo!
They have a full meal for us to eat there. And today we're crossing, I think it's 1 or 2 mountain passes, so it's a big day, but it's beautiful up here in the mountains. Fog is all quiet. Sean loves the fog.
No worries.
Rain pants would have been a good idea for this route. Oh, ow, that's scratchy.
just prisming a little.
We've gone like 3 kilometers in like 3 hours.
Yeah, it's pretty rough. We got one behind us too.
Yeah, I think she's trying to
She's
catch
kind of
up.
squaring up on you.
Yeah, we might want to step.
Hey, Laney!
Whoa,
Put
whoa.
your Laney, put your paws up. Where's my Laney? She's squaring up on you.
On, down. We're going down and around. This is so scary. They won't move off the trail, and there's a bolt in there. And now we're bushwhacking our way down this super, super steep cliff to get around them because they're on the trail. And they are aggressive and ran at us, so we're not trying to shepherd them away anymore. And I'm
'Cause
like
they got-
shaking because the mama ran after me and I had to like put up my pole so she stopped and scream. And
They've got their babies, so they're extra edgy. Luckily, we figured it out. We're leaving.
more cows that are super unhappy because they have babies and they're literally standing in the 1 foot of trail that we have. So we had to like bushwhack way up and around to these super spiky bushes. It's a tough day just because of cattle for us. We're so glad that the old Parador cafeteria is open because we just scarfed down raciones and albondigas and they had them available at like 12:30 p.m. So that was just a real Camino magic moment because we really needed it after the last few days, and especially this morning we've been having. It's beautiful, it's amazing, and then a cow charges us, and then it's soaking wet, there's thorns all over us, and then it's foggy and cold, and there's a busy road to cross and cross again. And now we're back in the mountains and beautiful views. We've just officially crossed into Asturias. Hooray!
You're good.
Now we've crossed the highway and it's just gorgeous.
This is the bifurcación.
Bifurcación.
You go this way, you go to Pajares. There's a bar and an albergue, apparently. We're going this way because it keeps us off the road, which is good. And we're not going to Pajares. We're going past it. Beautiful day, though. Either way works, I'm sure.
Cabin in the woods. We live here now.
We're here taking a quick break. We found a little refugio by the side of the trail. We thought we'd talk a little bit about the infrastructure and albergues on the
San Salvador Camino.
Last night wasn't great. The albergue in Poladura de la Tercia, they're trying. They have something there, which is more than some of these towns. They got funding for it back in 2022, but it is borderline dangerous to sleep in. There's mold everywhere, thick black mold in the bathrooms. There's not proper ventilation. The whole place smells kind of like a toilet.
No, a lot like a toilet, like waves of sewer gas, like mold just on every window. I slept with my buff over my head covered in lavender oil. I just couldn't handle it.
I've been in bad albergues before, so it's not like it's unprecedented, but that was a particularly bad version. There's one hotel, like a Casa Rural with a restaurant, where you get dinner. There's no markets, there's no cafes, there's just the hotel. They're closed every Monday, but they were also closed this Saturday, which, you know, it's a business, they can do whatever they want. But as a pilgrim, it's kind of a bummer. So we had to carry sandwich stuff, and so we had a cold dinner in a wet, moldy albergue. I mean, everyone was respectful. The hospitalero was sweet, but there's a limit to kind of what you should be putting up with, I guess. I don't want to sound too entitled, but like,
yeah.
I was runny-eyed, runny nose, like sneezing super bad from all the mold. It just smelled rough. But it's also really pretty, and that's the Camino. It's not supposed to be smooth sailing.
We're not expecting something nice. I mean, we paid €9 each, but we've also stayed in places that were way nicer than that for less money. So the Junta of Castilla y León, if you're seeing this, please put some money into that albergue and funding for that village. It is the only thing for pilgrims in many kilometers. I think there's like 12 pilgrims walking on the stages we are currently, and every place we've stayed has been full to the brim. And so if there were more pilgrims than there are today, I have no idea what people would be doing. It's just not enough infrastructure to accommodate for that, unless people are staying in smaller stages maybe.
Thanks for listening to Days We Offend.
Days we pretend we had enough sleep. So steep. I'm pigpen with flies around me. This day is so short mileage wise, but so long. Sheep, goats, big dog. That little white dot, our lunch stop. Long day.
Weirdly long day.
This is our enormous bed. Oh, it's so nice. It's so nice. The weather is beautiful. We had a good night's sleep, so we are taking the variant today of the Ruta por Ministerio. Ministerio.
I'm keeping that in.
Ministerio. It's a route of high difficulty for mountaineers, as described by Granze. So let's get off the road and into the mountains. Dawn is in the front clearing all of the spider web. Now I'm in the back here just thinking this is a great walk.
Your pole is covered in spider webs.
Oh, I know. I'm gonna get spider powers after walking this road. Look at that one cloud out there. Like a halo.
Oh, funny looking. How are the spider webs doing?
They're medium. Is it that way?
So we are officially back on the regular route. It took us a little under 2 hours to go like 5 kilometers.
Well, it's an adventurous 5.
It was amazing. I definitely loved it. If you're an experienced hiker and it's not wet and muddy out, totally recommend it.
If you're emotionally experienced, you'll enjoy it more.
You go up and then it's pretty steep down, but
I get weird when I'm in the woods too long.
yeah, Sean does. We haven't been to a town, like an actual town, in like days.
We got about an hour and a half more of these beautiful shaded kind of green tunnels before we get to
Campumanes,
Nailed it.
where we gonna have a grocery store.
Man, that's a lot of dude. So we had a really lovely morning, and that's largely because last night we slept like babies. The albergue in Llanos de Somaron. They were lovely. That bed was huge. We got like a matrimonio, a big queen size bed. And then we did the alternate route, so we stayed off the road. Great views, a lot of brush. Speaking of brush, we each picked a tick off of us. I had one under my knee brace, little guy. Lena had one behind her knee. And one on her arm. We caught him early and we took him to the pharmacy and they were like, nah, don't worry. So hopefully that works out.
But we still have the ticks in plastic bag in my bag in case like something does go wrong. We can like get the ticks tested.
Sure.
And they're like really little, but I was bleeding, so mine definitely bit me. But the pharmacist looked at them and was like, oh, well, you got the whole body out. We definitely caught it within like at least a few hours, because it happened sometime between like this morning and when we got to the town, Campumanes.
There's just a lot of brush on this route. So you're gonna wanna do tick checks pretty regularly to make sure those little bastards don't get in there. When we finally got to Campumanes, we got some groceries. The grocer like came outside and made sure we knew to walk along the river, which is what we're doing right now, the fluvial path. We had a delicious lunch. Our sandwiches only cost $1.40 each, and they were like really good and heated up for us. They were cheaper than the beer, so it was like $6.80 for the whole thing. And now we're walking 7K to the end of the day, where hopefully things continue to be pretty darn good. Asturias, paraíso natural.
It's Madigan the hour.
It's really pleasant right now. Everyone's out walking around. Got some clouds. It's just that fun time when nothing's going on and everyone's doing it. Yeah. Quick stop in Ujo. On the way in town, an old man told us to check out the church. So we did. And life is wonderful and we continue on.
The church was so pretty. It's from like the 12th century. And then the old man who works there, he was probably 80, yeah. He was like, "You want a stamp? I have a stamp." And he brought us into the chapter house and we got a stamp. Since we show, it's been this really lovely river walk with lots of very friendly locals. It's concrete, but I'd say it's very pleasant for a concrete walk.
We're getting lots of buen caminos and smiles, and the river's right there. It's the best situation you can get for walking on concrete.
We're walking through Mieres. We just ate some snacks out of our bags to lighten the loads. Most people stop here and stay the night. Seems like a really great town for that. But because otherwise it would have only been 14 kilometers, we're doing a double stage. Oh, where's Sean went? Oh. We're doing a double stage. So we're going 32 kilometers into Oviedo. So we have 18 more to go. And it's a little past 11 a.m. Peregrinos, you can't stop us.
It's about as accurate as I am.
Oh God, nettles. Oh no. Ouch. Ooh. Ah. Ow. Ow, ow. Ugh. Crappy trail. Just a little, drink it quick. Gracias. Did you have lunch today? It's gonna be what people ask us, and no, we had just had a bottle of cider and some nectarine power. We are almost done with the last climb, the last big climb. We got like a baby one coming up. And I think we're supposed to get a view of Oviedo really soon. And
Oviedo?
it's a big deal. Yeah, Sean's Oviedo.
Got some rain blowing in. We thought we were gonna have a Camino with no real rain, and we're so close.
We're 4 or 5 kilometers away, and it is pouring, like an absolute downpour.
Yeah, it could be over in a minute, could take an hour. Welcome to Asturias.
So we made it to a barn,
Barn's actually great.
but we're stopping wet now because it's like coming down in rivers down the road. This barn's the best barn. Too bad we didn't find it earlier.
Are you excited about the walk into Oviedo, the beautiful view?
I just said, what a beautiful view, said the pilgrim on a clear day. I mean, it's a little view. Oh my gosh, it's going down harder.
What a crazy person, she's the best. And that's it.
There it is! Little punch drunk.
Bone dry underneath.
We are about a block from the municipal albergue, but we're not staying there because it's like 5 o'clock. There's no way there'll be beds left in July. We're almost there. It's been a weird last hour and a half of just pouring rain, or 2 hours now. We can do it.
We did it, we made it, and we did it, and we did a thing, and it's a thing, and the
Camino
thing's
San
over.
Salvador! 32 kilometers today!
5 days of walking, 2 hearts, One destination. I'm sure I've got peanuts in my mustache.
Eat it. What's that face?
It was really good.
Now that we're all dried off, we're back at the cathedral. We're ready to celebrate finishing the Camino de San Salvador.
We've seen it so many
Camino
ways.
del Salvador.
Or it's just Camino San Salvador.
Camino San Salvador. The Savior Camino. We're done. We did it.
So we visited the church, and if you are a pilgrim with the San Salvador certificate, you get to go in for free, which is awesome. And you get to pick up your Salvadorana certificate, which shows that you've walked to Oviedo.
Yeah, they do it right there in the church. So if you want to save €4, you just have to walk a couple hundred kilometers. It's no big deal. Best €4 you're ever gonna save. Just like a Spain hack. So this cathedral is beautiful. We've been here before. It was really good to see it again. There's a few relics here in their like sort of sacred area. The big one is the shroud, similar to the Shroud of Turin. It's a big piece of cloth, very well guarded. And the cloisters here are ridiculous. It's a really beautiful space.
Yeah.
So walk 150 kilometers, get free entry, and wander around.
Oviedo is also the starting point of the Camino Primitivo, which essentially celebrates the first pilgrimage of King Alfonso II from Oviedo to Santiago de Compostela. Oviedo is just this beautiful city, just steeped in history. It's the capital of the Kingdom of Asturias, and we've been just loving all the cider, all the cheese. What a great celebration. All the old, beautiful buildings here is definitely worth a couple days of exploring. And thus concludes our summer of Caminos. I'm a pilgrim. I don't know why I do that voice.